Hi Sagittarius, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your January 2018 monthly tarot forecast. This is for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Sagittarius Rising signs. So Sag, Happy New Year. Let's see what the cards have in store for you. I will have the decks that I'm using listed below. All right. So at the bottom of the deck, I do have the Strength card, and this is what I'm using as the overall energy. So with Strength, I definitely see you coming through very strong here, Sag, in January. Some of you might need to really rely upon that inner strength at some point here throughout the month, maybe when it comes to being patient or staying calm. But let's see here. Also, you know, maybe some of you need to go within and find that inner strength or that courage or confidence. The Lion here, he's very proud. So some of you, you know, you might be able to relate to this energy in that sense. Right at the center, we do have the Emperor. We have the Emperor crossed by the Nine of Wands. So this is energy that you're experiencing right at the start of the month. So with the Emperor, I always see the Emperor as an empowered energy. So some of you definitely could feel very empowered here right at the start of the month. Maybe you're taking back your power in some way. But also the Emperor can be a character. So, you know, this can be an older gentleman. This could be your boss. This could be your husband. I often see the Emperor as a business owner, someone who has a lot of life experience. He can be a married man or a man that was married. A father. So, you know, he can be a character that maybe you're waiting on because we have the Nine of Wands here. So with the Nine of Wands, it's a patient energy. And, you know, this person also maybe has been through the ringer. You know, they're tired, they're exhausted, but they're not giving up. So if you've been dealing with an Emperor, and the more negative side of the Emperor is someone who's set in their ways, someone who's very stubborn. So if you've been dealing with a character like that, you know, maybe this person is exhausting, to be honest. For some of you, that this is a character. This person might be a little exhausting. But also the Emperor is a 4, and 4 speak about your foundation, your security, your stability. So maybe some of you are waiting on something to do with your boss, or maybe something financial. There could be something that you're waiting on here right at the start of the month, because we also have Strength, which is a patient energy. Now, right at your foundation, I do have the Knight of Cups. So maybe there was some good news or an opportunity that came through previously. Now with the Knight of Cups, that doesn't automatically mean it's romantic in nature. It's just something that, emotionally speaking, it's going to make you incredibly happy. It's going to excite you. So maybe some of you heard something previously or had some sort of opportunity that came through previously. Maybe there was even a water sign person that was significant, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. But in the more recent past, I do have the Page of Swords. So maybe there was an opportunity that came in, or some good news that came in, but with the Page of Swords here in the more recent past, there could have been a delay with that. So maybe something was starting, and then maybe there was a delay with that. With the Page of Swords, it can come up when things are delayed. Or even for me, you could have put off doing something as well, because some of you are coming through empowered. You're the one who's the boss or in control here. And so some of you, this could be you putting something off for whatever reasons. But this page for me is also someone who's, you know, he's on guard, or maybe it's she in this deck, but it is. She's on guard. The Page of Swords for me is someone who's a little guarded, someone who's a little wary. Their guard can be up sometimes. They also can be someone who's kind of expecting the worst. So, you know, there definitely could be some Sages that, you know, that was energy that you were experiencing in the recent past. Crowning you, I do have Judgment. So maybe some of you have an important decision to make. Maybe you were putting it off, but some of you might have a decision that you need to make here, with Judgment crowning you. There also could be some Sages that maybe you have a legal matter that's ongoing, and so you could be waiting on a legal decision. For those of you that need to make a decision, I would say definitely listen to your intuition. With Judgment here, you could be hearing the call. So needing to take some sort of action when you're ready, but definitely needing some time to go within. So meditate when you can here in January. I feel like that's significant. Spend some time alone. I see a lot of, spiritual energy around you guys, definitely. With the High Priestess coming up around the second week. And this is in the near future position. So with the High Priestess, along with Judgment, and then you have some other cards here as well, a lot of spiritual energy. I feel like you are very much being spiritually guided here in January. Maybe to walk down a new path, or maybe to make some sort of decision, to maybe take back your power in some way, or just persevere through something for some of you. And with the High Priestess, excuse me, I can't speak. With the High Priestess here coming up in the near future, I feel like you're going to know that. For many of you that are, really in tune with your intuition, that really trust yourselves, I feel like you're going to know that. There could be some sort of clarity that's coming in for you. When it comes to a particular matter, there definitely could be some enlightenment that's coming to you here in January. With the High Priestess, she's also very secretive and mysterious. So for those of you that are making some sort of decision or are moving forward down a new path, you could be doing this quietly here. You could be manifesting quietly. You could be keeping something to yourself. And I see that because in the position of your power, we have the Page of Wands, which the Page of Wands for me can sometimes represent you walking out on a new path, going out on this new adventure here. So some of you maybe are doing something, you could be keeping it to yourself. Also, you could be hearing something. We have the Knight of Cups at your foundation. You had the Page of Swords in the recent past, and now the Page of Wands coming up here. So maybe what was delayed is now moving forward. This is exciting news that's coming to you. And then, in the position of how those around you are viewing you, I do have the King of Pentacles. Interesting. So the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, for me, they have a lot of similarities. So with the King of Pentacles, for some of you, it could be definitely something financially related, maybe something going on within your career. Again, maybe some of you have something legal that's ongoing, and maybe you have this settlement that's coming to you, something like that. But this is people around you viewing you as maybe very grounded, down to earth here at this time, maybe very focused on your finances, your financial status, a home, your job. Maybe you're even spending some time with a King of Pentacles, which could be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus person. For those of you that maybe this is a relationship matter. But in the hopes and fears, I have the Hermit. So we have the High Priestess here. You have the Hermit. So definitely at some point in January, I would say meditate, spend some time alone. Those answers will come to you if you're seeking clarity or seeking some sort of answers. The Hermit is incredibly spiritual. Some of you could be growing spiritually. And in this position, I think some of you are hoping for some sort of clarity, some sort of enlightenment about a situation. But it's on its way. It's coming to you because you have Judgment crowning you. So, pay attention to those signals, those signs from the universe, because I feel like many of you, there's a lot of spiritual energy around you. What's interesting is the energy that you're leaving the month with is the Five of Pentacles. And I've been seeing this, it's been coming up constantly, the Five of Pentacles, for a lot of the other signs. And it's because I think we just had Christmas. Christmas is very expensive. I think people maybe are thinking about their finances. Maybe you feel like you overspent, something like that. So I don't want you to think that this is negative, that, it's money troubles. I'm not getting that at all. I just think that some of you, maybe you're paying extra close attention to your finances at this time because maybe you did spend a lot of money, at Christmas or something like that. But what I'm going to do is I am going to clarify. Let's take a look at this Five of Pentacles for Sagittarius. The Five of Pentacles can also be, you know, for me, it's someone who feels challenged, someone who feels down and out. Maybe they're feeling alone, isolated perhaps, or even abandoned. Can be someone who's losing faith with something. So stay positive. It is just a general reading, and obviously not all of you are going to resonate with that. But let's see. Let's take a look at this Five of Pentacles for Sagittarius. Okay, so we have the Moon, the Knight of Rods, and then the Four of Cups. So with the Moon, something is uncertain, something maybe is up in the air. That's why we have this Five of Pentacles. So for those of you that you're still dealing with maybe some confusion, seeking that clarity, something feels uncertain or like it's up in the air, there's a lot of unknowns when it comes to this. Don't lose faith with the Five of Pentacles, because again, with, you know, with these cards here, that enlightenment is on its way. That clarity is going to come in for you. And with this Knight of Rods, I think it's going to come in very quickly. Also with the Four of Cups here, you know, this is quite interesting. This is someone who, with this combination, is a little emotional here, definitely. You could be a little emotional when it comes to this. Maybe in some way you're ready to charge forward, or you want something to happen very quickly. Maybe this is something you have your heart really invested in, but I think that with this energy, you're just going to have to wait for it to pass. And don't let it really affect you negatively here, because the Moon can be an intense energy. It's not always, but it certainly can be. I think that this is you wanting more for yourself with the Four of Cups. You're not satisfied with some sort of, you know, status quo here. You want something more, and maybe you're very passionate about something, ready to move forward, but you're having to be strong, having to be patient. But again, you know, that clarity, that information is on its way. But let's see what the guidance card is going to say. This is the Angels of Abundance Oracle cards. Additional guidance for Sagittarius for January. What else does Sagittarius need to know? Interesting. All right, and then I'm also pulling you an additional Romance Angel Oracle card for this month. But over on Vimeo, I do have the January Love Tarot forecast posted over there. So if that's something that interests you, definitely check those out. All right, additional guidance for Sagittarius for January. There we go. Okay, so the additional guidance card, very interesting. Pay yourself first. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and in your future. So this is speaking about saving some money, taking a little bit of money from each time you get paid and putting it aside for yourself. And also, you know, creating that security, having something to fall back on. So for those of you in particular that are worried about your finances, that maybe overspent at Christmas time, this can be how you make that money up, definitely. Now, if you're a business owner, I mean, pay yourself first, especially if you've been struggling. If you've been struggling and you've been putting everybody else's needs first, even if you don't pay yourself what you're owed fully, needing to pay yourself for some of you, needing to take care of yourself. So very, very interesting that this card came out. And then with the Romance Angel Oracle deck, we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So if you want to meet someone, what's going to help you is praying if you pray, but really staying positive, saying those affirmations, even, you know, visualizing that person, that perfect person walking towards you. That can be helpful as well. Really staying positive and telling yourself that that person is on their way, because they are. So to help kind of manifest that quicker, you know, these are some things that you can do. And if you're in a relationship and you've been struggling, you know, these are things that can help you as well. Okay, Sag, so I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Over on Vimeo, I do have the January Love Tarot forecast posted, so if that's something that interests you, definitely check those out. If you are interested in having a private reading with me, please check out northeasttarot.com. I do still have the 2018 yearly tarot forecast up for sale as well. Okay, Sag, I wish you a wonderful month. Take care.